The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, the team of Matt Sells and John Cruz.
Well, that is John Cruz and Skylar Moore together, and Matt Sells in the blonde hair, the bright jacket here. They are teaming up together for the first time in an AEW ring, and they hope to make a big impression here, but they're going to have their work cut out for them, Taz.
Oh, yeah, big time for sure. But, I love the confidence of these two young guys. They're coming out here and they're locked in. It's a little different when you're teaming up with someone. You have that confidence that helps. You can feed off each other, as opposed to coming out when you're overmatched and you're overconfident. That's a little different when you're in a singles match, I should say.
And their opponents, the team of QT Marshall and the Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Nice catch.
Well, the Natural Nightmares escorted to the ring by Brandy Rhodes. They are under the tutelage of Arn Anderson, the head coach of the Nightmare family, and thus far as a unit, QT Marshall and QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes undefeated in the AEW competition.
Yeah, and there's something about this team of Marshall and Dustin, of QT Marshall and Dustin, and of course Brandy with them. It's just something works. It's just something about them that you wouldn't think they would be a good cohesive unit, but they really are, and they are really good friends, which is pretty cool.
That's right. They are training partners. They are friends, and in Brandy and Dustin's case, brother and sister-in-law.
Of course, right. So that's family, right? So that we know that clicks, that works, but, man, I'll tell you what, right now, if you're John Cruz, you're looking at someone across the ring in Dustin Rhodes, and you're giving up a lot of experience, a lot of size, so you're in a lot of trouble, in my opinion.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes, more in-ring experience than John Cruz has years on Earth, so it remains to be seen if that will play a factor, but Dustin Rhodes just running right through Cruz, and now puts on the brake, sends him into the ropes, goes for the trim.
Yeah. See, Dustin, beautiful arm drag right there, and controlling his opponent. And it's just, what people don't realize about Dustin, he is a stickler. He's a tactician in that ring. He's a stickler for stuff to get moves right. His footwork's always been right for decades.
So fundamentally sound is Dustin Rhodes. And John Cruz finding that out the hard way right now as QT Marshall comes in with that big close in the corner. And Dustin with an even bigger shot right there. QT covers 1, 2. Only a 2 count from referee Rick Knox.
And QT Marshall, is something about QT too, man. He just, he's paid his dues in this industry, right? And it's awesome to see what's been happening for him here in AEW because he's earned that.
He has now the tag out to Matt Sells. Sells comes in and now, giving a little wiggle there. Oh, and QT makes him pay for it.
He got lit up in the jaw right there with that kind of a quasi uppercut by QT Marshall.
QT popping him right under the jaw, shot to the midsection. Whoa, big knee lift takes Matt Sells off his feet. Now QT, the standing Mariposa.
Dustin on the cover.
1, 2. No, only a 2 count as Sells able to kick out. Dustin maintaining head control of his opponent and dragging him over to the corner, Taz.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what Dustin, as a pro, as a veteran, as a seasoned athlete in this ring and ring wars, he will cut the ring in half. And QT Marshall knew exactly what he was doing. They're gonna take Matt Sells and keep him away from John Cruz.
Double Russian leg sweep there by the Natural Nightmares. Cover again. 1, 2. 2 count only. Matt Sells once again able to kick out. But he is reeling. QT looking to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, nice short forearm shiver by QT Marshall. Pinpoint on the jaw. Quick reversal here by Sells.
And Cruz with a knee to the back of Marshall, but Marshall makes him pay with that right hand. And a palm strike there.
Quick palm strike.
Underneath the chin, cover 1, 2. Barely a 2 count as QT able to kick out.
Like that cover by Sells, he drove his forearm across the jawline of QT Marshall. Didn't get the victory, but good job on the cover.
Yeah, an aggressive cover there by Matt Sells. And now Cruz tagging in. And repeated boots to the midsection. Great tag team continuity by this pair making their AEW debut.
Yeah, those quick tags in and out, keep the man fresh, keep QT Marshall thinking. Pinpointed the elbow joint of QT Marshall.
And now the cover. 1, 2.
And, you know, it's tough to explain to anyone who's never been in the ring, and you know what I'm about to say here, Excalibur.
Oh, look at Skylar Moore using that bottom rope to choke QT Marshall while the referee's attention was diverted.
When you're getting your rear end whipped and you're getting someone tagged in and out, and it's a 2-on-1 situation, and they keep covering you got to keep kicking out, it exhausts you. It blows you up, and it's really tough on your cardiovascularly.
You can't catch your breath, and Sells continuing to punish the lungs of Marshall there. 1, 2, 2 count only.
Those are high stack covers too, and you can see Sells and Cruz. This is not their first rodeo, these two guys. Okay, they know what they're doing in there.
And in typical situations when you have an arena full of fans, the instinct may be to play to the crowd to try to appeal to them. But right now they can keep their focus all on their business, but not when QT Marshall is doing that task.
Yes, Sells got driven face first. Here comes the 6'6" Dustin Rhodes. Now watch out, baby.
Dustin hits the ropes, hits 2 consecutive clotheslines. John Cruz on roller skates there, standing or switch, and Dustin saying not today, and hits him with that big right uppercut. Manhattan dropped by the natural, and he charges in with a running bulldog, planting John Cruz. Sells comes in, it's a power slam.
Quick hips on that snap power slam by Dustin. Looks like he's gonna get QT Marshall back in this thing here. John Cruz in grave danger.
Oh, look at Cruz up on the
Hell is
shoulder.
this?
We've seen them use that before to great effect, and once again, 1, 2, 3, the Natural Nightmares once again picking up the victory.
Here are your winners, the team of QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, great job by the Natural Nightmares with Brandy Rhodes also. Excellent stuff right there. Tell you what, Sells and Cruz, they had a good outing for themselves.
They showed a lot of potential there, but the potential that Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall showed, I think, is going to be something to watch in the coming weeks and months.